So this next example, let's make it calculator active. So whenever you're in a calculator active problem, you're trying to use your calculator to save as much time as possible. So in this problem, they're asking us to find all x values where this rational expression has horizontal and vertical tangent lines. So tangent lines deal with the slope. So this is when dy dx equals 0, and this is when dy dx does not exist as a quantity. So our slopes are 0 for horizontal tangent lines and do not exist for vertical tangent lines. So what is dy dx? dy dx equals, if I think of this as my high and this is my low, low d high minus high d low, square the bottom, and away we go. So dy dx will equal 0 whenever your numerator is equal to 0, and it will not exist whenever your denominator equals 0. Well, this denominator can never equal 0. X to the 4th plus 1 squared does not equal 0. Therefore, there are not any vertical tangent lines. So that's nice. Otherwise, I would basically find the vertical asymptotes of this rational expression. So now, when does this equal 0? So for the horizontal, we're looking at when does x plus 1 times 2x minus x squared minus 1 times 4x cubed equals 0. When does that happen? So I need to check using my calculator to see when this is true. I could FOIL and factor and try to solve it algebraically, but I want to save some time. So what I'm going to do is plug this in to my graph. So I'm plugging in my derivative exactly how it looks. Excuse my dogs. Sorry. I don't want to redo this right now though, so we're going to keep pushing through, pretending like these dogs aren't barking at all. So times 4x to the 3rd. So hopefully you've got this in your calculator and we graph it. So now I'm trying to figure out where does this function equal 0. So I am going to click I can see it's 0 at 1, 2, 3 places. So let me click menu, and then I want to trace my graph. And you want to trace your graph, number 1. So my first 0 is at 0. If I trace to the right, it's at 1.554, 1.554, 1.554. And the other one is at -1. Oops, went too far. -1.554. If I press enter, I think it saves that point. Yeah. So it has horizontal tangent line at x equals 0 and plus or minus 1.554. So this, we were able to use our calculator to save some time and find zeros. So keep that in mind for calculator active problems.